From athletic young girl to queen of WWE, Charlotte Flair's journey went through multiple face and heel turns. But the real question is, will she surpass the 9 turns of Alicia Fox and become the new queen of turns? Let's find out right now.
The career of Charlotte begins in July of 2013, when she makes her debut on NXT. In her very first match, she defeats Bayley and establishes herself as a fan favorite. After a few months, she betrays her friend Bayley and joins forces with Sasha Banks and Summer Rae, who were trying to convince her to join their team for weeks. The trio forms the BFFs, Beautiful and Fierce Females, which becomes a dominant force in the women's division of NXT. In 2014, Charlotte participates in an 8-woman tournament for the vacant NXT Women's Championship. At the very first NXT TakeOver event, she defeats Natalya in the finals to become the new champion. Charlotte goes on to successfully defend the title multiple times, solidifying her status as one of the top wrestlers in NXT. In October, she defends the title in a match against Bayley. In the post-match, she shares a handshake and a hug with her opponent as a sign of respect, marking her first face turn. In the historic July 13, 2015 episode of Raw, Stephanie McMahon introduces Charlotte Flair as one of the names of the Divas Revolution. She debuts in the main roster alongside Paige and Becky Lynch to form the sorority submission stable. The name is soon changed into Team PCB because they don't even know if that's PG. Charlotte quickly makes an impact on the main roster, winning the Divas Championship just a little over 2 months after her debut. Her father, Ric Flair, also joins her as her manager at ringside. By the end of 2015, she starts cheating to win matches and has some friction with her partner Becky. Finally, on the first episode of Raw of 2016, she attacks the last kicker just after losing to her in a one-on-one match, starting a heel run that would make her the top female in all of WWE. In April of 2017, she gets drafted to SmackDown Live as part of the WWE Superstar Shakeup. She quickly finds herself at odds with the Welcoming Committee, a heel faction consisting of Carmella, Natalya, and Tamina. To fend them off, she joins forces with Naomi and Becky Lynch, turning face in the process. In October of 2018, Charlotte Flair loses the SmackDown Women's Championship to Becky Lynch. A month later, the man gets injured and doesn't get cleared to compete. Therefore, she selects Charlotte as her replacement to fight Ronda Rousey in the champion versus champion match at Survivor Series. At the event, Charlotte loses the match by disqualification after going crazy and brutally assaulting Ronda Rousey with kendo sticks and a steel chair. This made her a villainous character once again. Exactly 1 year later at Survivor Series, Asuka spits green mist on Charlotte, causing her elimination in the Raw vs. SmackDown vs. NXT Women's Elimination match. The following night on Raw, Asuka defeats Flair after using the green mist once again, and with some assistance from her tag team partner Kairi Sane. Charlotte would then team up with her former rival Becky Lynch to fight off the Kabuki Warriors, turning face in the process. Nonetheless, they failed to win the Women's Tag Team Championship at the TLC pay-per-view. Her face run is short-lived though, because after winning the Royal Rumble match in 2020, Flair has a singular way of selecting her opponent for WrestleMania. At NXT TakeOver Portland, she attacks the NXT Women's Champion Rhea Ripley after her title defense, accepting her challenge for a match at the grandest stage of them all and turning heel. After a 6-month hiatus taken to go under surgery, Charlotte returns in December at TLC as the surprise tag team partner of Asuka in the match against Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler, with the Women's Tag Team Championship on the line. Flair and Asuka pull off the victory and the Queen turns into a fan favorite. Just 4 months later, Charlotte Flair changes her mind once again. In April of 2021, she interferes in the Raw Women's Championship match between Asuka and Rhea Ripley, attacking both women and inserting herself into the title picture, turning heel. In 2022, after taking some time off to get married to Andrade, Charlotte makes a surprise return to the last SmackDown episode of the year. She challenges Ronda Rousey to an impromptu match, which the latter accepts, and proceeds to defeat her in under a minute, conquering her 14th Women's Championship. Charlotte turns face.
Ladies and gentlemen, I implore to you to stand up, and all hail the new Queen of Turns, Charlotte Flair.